Hello everyone, we are just sharing a very quick video with different tips and strategies on how to support your child during the summer break. So I am Natalie Hills and I'm the Inclusion Support Teacher for Year 1 this year, and I'm joined by Miss Bindu Katakia, who is the Inclusion Support Teacher for Year 5 this year.
Through this presentation, we aim to provide you with some tips to support you and your child during the fast approaching summer break. We will try to provide you with some potential activities as well as useful apps and websites to keep your child busy. However, we do understand that expectations of what you plan for your child to do might actually differ in reality, which is perfectly normal.
So over the next couple of slides, we just wanted to share some tips on planning your summer holiday and some things that we think will help you have a more successful and positive summer holiday with your child at home. We tend to find children cope a lot better when they have a clear structure and expectations from you. So it's really important to set these from the start of the holiday and try your best, if you can, to stick to a daily routine for your child. Sticking to the same meal times, bedtimes, if possible. We know that this is tricky sometimes if you're traveling and there's different time zones, or if you have different events coming up in the holiday, but if possible, trying to stick to a general routine where your child goes to bed at the same sort of time, wakes up at the same time. This really helps to guide them in having that routine within their day. Also, planning in activities within the day through a daily schedule, which is a visual schedule, will really help your child to see what's coming up. And even if you sit down at the start of the holiday and you create a visual schedule with your child, and your child chooses some of the activities that they would like to do over the holiday, and they create their own choice board, maybe for some choosing time throughout the day, and different activities that they will be doing throughout the day, whether that's going to the pool in the morning or going for a walk, something that's planned into the day. And the visual schedule could really have everything from waking up, breakfast, brushing teeth, getting changed. All of those things are planned in so that your child can see really visually what is happening and what's coming up and what's next. And that will hopefully really help with their routine and structure as well. And also planning in relaxing and chill out times. That'll be really important for you as parents as well, to have that kind of calm time, and your child as well, to, if they've been expending lots of their energy in different activities or going outside to play, they'll need that chill out time or nap time as well. And also, you may want to, at the start of the holiday, create a calendar or some sort of schedule for the whole holiday, which might just have some events, or if you are traveling, it's clearly outlined on the calendar. And again, you could create this as a family, but it will just help for all of the family to see what's happening when, and so you can be prepared for those changes when they arise, if you are traveling, or different events that are happening over the summer holiday.
Of course, over the summer break, many of you will be travelling, but why not use this as a great learning opportunity? For those of you who may have anxious children or visual learners, using social stories may be a great idea. It can help prepare your child about what to expect on their travels. There are some attached to the blog so that you can have a browse. Another learning opportunity is to get your child preparing a checklist of what to pack, or even planning activities for the country that you might be travelling to. This will help with language and handwriting skills also. A travel bag full of travel games, books, small toys could also help to pass time at the airport.
The summer is a really great time for your child to have lots of fun and relax after finishing a long academic year, and it's really important for them to have that downtime and be able to switch off over the holiday. Saying that, it's also a fantastic opportunity to focus on areas of learning for your child so that they feel really confident and ready to go into the new academic year at the end of August. But like with anything, it's all about getting the balance right. And over the next few slides, we'll be sharing some different activities and resources and ideas for how to draw out learning opportunities for your child, which doesn't necessarily need to be sitting down completing a maths worksheet. And in terms of getting the balance right, going back to what we've discussed earlier in terms of setting a schedule, having maybe some learning opportunities throughout the day, maybe one, it could be something simple like reading a book at bedtime. It could be completing a different activity within the day, but not having a whole day full of learning, so that your child definitely has some time to switch off and relax. And as I said, in terms of drawing learning opportunities from day-to-day activities that you could be doing at home, it really helps develop their skills. So in terms of helping with small jobs around the home, maybe helping to set the table for dinner, tidying, possibly having the responsibility of watering plants in the morning, that could be within the morning schedule. If your child would like to complete a holiday journal of their time in the summer, or creating a video blog, potentially getting involved in some different building projects using Lego and different things within the house, helping you with recipes or some cooking, helping with something like that, even just helping you with the shopping, and possibly sitting down as a family and playing a board game as well, draws on so many different skills, like maths, counting on, or those social skills in terms of winning and losing a game, taking turns. There's so many different opportunities that you can gain just from doing a simple activity that you might be doing at home anyway, and these are all great learning opportunities. Just to touch on talking about screen time, and I know that this is an area sometimes which, going into the summer holiday, you might think, we've got a really long holiday in front of us, I don't want my child sat on their device for the whole summer. So I think from the outset, planning in set times and setting your expectations for your child so they know what to expect and how long they can be on their device for each day. Some devices have settings where you can block off a time after a certain amount of time on an app. It blocks it, so please use those settings if you can. But there are lots of opportunities using screen time which can kind of develop a child's learning. So they could create maybe a video of their holiday, or take photos of things that they see on their holiday and then kind of share that with family members or with you. There's lots of educational apps that they can be engaging with, which really develops their learning, and we'll be sharing those over the next few slides. And they could also watch videos which help them to draw or create an art project or something like that, and it follows step-by-step guidance, and they can kind of follow that video independently. But just ensuring with screen time that times are set and that the screen is switched off at least 2 hours before bedtime, just to help your child settle, and ensure that bedtime's as calm and that the child is settled, ready to go to sleep, will really help you out.
There are some activities your child could get involved with if they are in the foundation stage. Children could create a role play area and act out scenarios from shops, a doctor's clinic, a teddy bear picnic, or even a classroom setting. They could also get active by making an obstacle course, indoor hopscotch, or making a marble maze made from Lego. Many children love to perform, so you could also help to create a family band, a puppet show, or even a dance. Finally, but not the last of all the ideas, your child could create lots of different things using a variety of different materials, such as cardboard boxes or even just junk items.
So just focusing now on Key Stage 1, so if your child is in year 1 or 2, but these resources could also be used in foundation stage, or if your child's older than this as well. Looking at kind of more English and maths-based activities, so focusing on the English first, encouraging your child to write a summer postcard, so they draw the picture and write on the back, and this could be shared with a family member. Even if you're not travelling, it could just be something that they've done throughout the day, and they draw a picture of their day if you've gone out for the day or done something fun. kind of applying their written skills to writing a postcard can be really useful. Getting the child to help you write a shopping list. It could just be that they write down 3 or 4 items on the shopping list, but that will help them to kind of sound out their phonics and make some notes, and they feel like they're really helping you when you're going around the shops for different things. Again, looking at focusing on phonics, really simple activity when you're out and about, maybe if you're in the shops, looking at different items or different shop names and spotting different phonic sounds, and just seeing if your child can identify the sounds and sound out the name of the shop. Even if they don't get it right, just having that practice and kind of like helping them to read the different words is a really great way of just them embedding their phonics knowledge and continuing to sort of read, even if it's not sitting down reading a book. However, reading a book is also a really helpful way of developing their reading skills. So even if at home you and your child create a reading den, or they can make the den themselves and sit down and read a book together, and it could be a book that you help them read, and you read one page and then they read the other page, and looking at the pictures in the book and discussing the story. And this can be incorporated into your schedule, so it's maybe more around bedtime reading as well. Just moving on to maths, you could use the tiles. If you've got a tiled floor, you could use that to kind of help you with your child to learn like position and direction, them taking 2 steps forwards and then 1 step to the right, 1 step to the left, or turning anti-clockwise or clockwise. Those sorts of things are quite active and fun, and it kind of gets them developing their maths vocabulary. Also, when you're like doing the steps on the tiles, or even when you're out and about walking, counting the steps that your child makes in 2s, counting in 5s, counting in 10s, helps to embed their times tables knowledge. Also at home, you can use different items at home to have different simple addition or subtraction questions. You could use pasta, you could use coffee pods, any items you've got at home, just to make it a bit different to just the child counting on their fingers, and it makes it a little bit more fun and engaging. And even if that's 2 or 3 questions, it doesn't have to be a full 1 hour of activity there. It could just be something really simple while you're cooking in the kitchen. I touched on board games earlier, and that's a fantastic way of developing maths knowledge as well, whether it's snakes and ladders, you're rolling the dice and you're counting your steps along each place, or going backwards, and different things like that helps with math skills. And also cooking, helping you with maybe baking something or measuring different items to make a recipe together. Is again another way to incorporate math skills, but your child probably won't even realise that they're actually developing those skills, because it's a fun activity, but they're still getting a lot of learning from it. Looking at more focused apps to support learning in year 1 and 2, your child probably already has access to Bug Club, which is a fantastic reading resource, and also Numbots, which again is a brilliant maths resource, which is they're both apps on your child's device. And if you're unsure about either of those, or if you're not sure about additional apps, please do reach out to your inclusion support teacher or the class teacher for your child as well, and they'd be more than happy to share the different apps that we use in school as well to support your child's learning.
For those in Key Stage 2, we've sorted activities into English and Maths. For English, it's quite important that children read as often as they can, as this will help to broaden their vocabulary as well as grow their creativity. EPIC is a great online library that the children should already be very familiar with. You could also set them a reading challenge during the summer, when they have to check off things such as reading a menu or whisper read. We will also attach this to the blog so that you can download a copy. Your child could also keep a summer diary. This doesn't need to be done daily, but could be done on a weekly basis. Shopping lists are also great ways for children to practice their handwriting. They could even use comments to put the items into sentences using fronted adverbials. For example, first I need to go to the bakery section to buy wraps, a loaf of bread and some rolls. This could be linked with maths. Your child could anticipate how much change they might receive or how to pay with the exact cash. Telling the time is also an easy activity that could be done every day. To get creative, children could pick a recipe and help to weigh out items to make a cake, for example. To further challenge them with this, you could talk about conversions, such as grams to kilograms. Times Table Rockstars is something your child should also be familiar with, and this could be used to practice their timetables as well as hit the button. This will also help with their fluency. On this page, you can find some useful links for both maths and English. There's also some documents and links that will be posted to the blog. We hope that you have found this presentation useful, and we wish you a safe summer.